Hello, service representatives. Derry Latimer here. I can't believe it was June when we met. That the winter seemed to fly, the summer and the winter. And here we are in spring. I'm just sending this very quick follow-up message to remind you of some of the keys that we talked about when we met in June. If you remember, a big part of what we talked about is the importance of moving toward what you want, that when you're moving toward what you want, you're in a positive state. We talked about thinking about how you would like people to describe you when you're not there. And that might actually be what you move toward, is continually to check on yourself and say, how am I doing? You know, would people use those words to describe me? Those words that I hope that they would use. Remember, we talked a little bit about mindfulness. Remember the go big and go om. So the go big was about how your perspective changes, broadens when you're in a positive state. And go om was just a little reminder to pause, to just be quiet from time to time and notice what you notice. And adding into that the importance of breaks, that for your productivity and your effectiveness and your wellness, to make sure you're taking breaks, and when you're taking breaks, to add a little human connection in there, because we talked about how our brains are social and we need really good connections. And I remember there were lots of great connections happening in that afternoon we spent together. In fact, some of you might remember, and well, it's another question I have for you actually. Are you touching yourself? I hope that you are still remembering to anchor positive emotions. In that anchor point, maybe that we explored, or at least pausing to fully integrate those moments when they occur. Remember, we talked that your brain has a bias toward negative, so we actually have to work hard, focus on integrating positive into our lives. Remember, we looked at the little SNAP acronym: to see yourself, navigate a path, assume control, and then to press on. And remember, the key elements there were: know what it is that you want for your life and for your experience of the work that you do. And then choose beliefs, thoughts really, that serve you, that help you to get what you want. When we talked about mindfulness, we talked about how thoughts are just thoughts. They are changeable. Sometimes they were occurring in our brain. In fact, lots of times they're occurring in our brain and affecting everything about our lives. And we sometimes lose sight of the fact that we can be more purposeful in our thoughts. So choose beliefs about yourself, about other people, about the work that you do, that work for you, that help you to move toward the kind of work experience you want to create. We ended with the power poses. Do you remember that? That was so much fun. And it was just my experience. My memory was that it was a really wonderful day, and you all said some wonderful words at the end, which I fully appreciated and did send back to your organization. Since we met, I know a few of us have hooked up on LinkedIn. Oh, is that bad to say? Hooked up? Linked on LinkedIn. And that's been great. So thank you for that. And I look forward to continuing to see how you're doing and what you're doing in your careers. But in the meantime, maybe reflect back on the notes that you took from that day, and maybe even get together with each other and share some of the things that you remember. And hopefully there were those sticky items, like say it, don't spray it, that are really memorable. Say it, don't spray it, if you remember, was around negative emotion. When you experience negative emotion, identify it, just name the emotion, say it, in other words, and then reframe it, so that you don't suppress it or go on and on and on, cycling through it. So name it, reframe it. I thoroughly enjoyed meeting you all, and wish you the very best for 2016, as we are now in spring and moving into summer. So have a great summer, and all the best to all of you. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.